Imagine your engine is essentially drowning in gasoline in just one specific cylinder, and the computer is screaming for help. That is exactly what is happening when you see code P02C3. This code specifically points to cylinder number 11, meaning the computer has detected an extremely rich condition there. Now, normally, your car's computer is constantly adjusting the fuel mixture, using what we call fuel trims. It listens to the oxygen sensors and tweaks the fuel injector post width to keep the air-fuel ratio perfect. Think of it like a chef tasting soup and adding a pinch of salt or a splash of water. Small adjustments, usually between 0 and 10%, are totally normal. But if the computer has to pull back fuel by a massive amount, usually hitting a threshold of around 25% or more to compensate for a rich condition, it sets this code. This is serious because running that rich can wash down the cylinder walls, dilute your oil, and absolutely destroy your catalytic converter in no time. You might feel a rough idle, see black smoke, or notice your gas mileage has dropped like a rock. Diagnosing this requires a logical approach so you do not waste money. First off, if you have codes for the mass airflow or manifold absolute pressure sensors, fix those first as they affect the whole engine. If it is just this code, start by looking at the fuel rail and pressure regulator. If the regulator is leaking gas into the vacuum line, it chokes the engine. If that is dry, you need to check the fuel pressure with a gauge. If the pressure is way too high, it pushes too much gas through the injectors. If the pressure is normal, we need to focus on cylinder 11 specifically. Access that injector and use a mechanic's stethoscope or even a long screwdriver to listen to it while the engine runs. You should hear a steady rhythmic clicking. If it is silent or sounds erratic, the injector might be failed or stuck. You should also check the electrical side. Use a digital volt-ohm meter or a simple noid light to make sure the computer is actually sending a signal to post the injector. If the light flashes, the wiring and computer are doing their job, pointing you back to a mechanical failure of the injector itself, like it being stuck open. However, if the light stays solid or does not light up at all, you might be chasing a wiring short or a bad driver in the powertrain control module. Take your time, test the pressure, listen to the click, and you will find the problem.